Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LCK Cup 2025.
And, you know, the way that objectives work and the fact that first tower is a feat of strength, I was like, oh boy. I mean, we're getting lane swaps. It's just a thing. And Peanut never changes, even with the increased damage. Ooh, very nice flash away from the vines. Peanut takes a massive shot. Big dive on the bottom side as well. Fighting for first blood. Who's going to get it first? This dive is not going to work, though. Duro nearly dies, and Keen will go down. And that'll be first blood here for Hanwha Esports. Gen.G, they want at least the kill. Will they get it? Yeah, no, they will not. They will not get the kill. And Duro goes down. The spear lands.
They're too low, they can't.
And Zeus just laughs in their face.
And I feel like this is the hallmark of Zeus and lane swaps. Oh, he's looking for more!
Oh, man. And Ruler with barrier so close.
Very non-committal with the redive, and then here from Zeus, we get to see his point of view. This was the redive they went for, and unfortunately, Duro ends up going down.
He said, I'm okay, I live. I was going to say, like, he didn't say anything until a solid squad coming in to the beginning of this one, especially because they kept 4 players together, and they have, you know, potentially the best top laner in the LCK, right?
Yeah, I think for me, one of the things is that, like,
they're all there again.
Bit of an odd TP coming in from Zeka. They're going for the redive.
Yeah, I mean, especially on this one. They're just going to line up the CC, immediately kill Zeus. There's an arrow straight into the Bard as well. That is a dead Bard as Peanut desperately trying to peel for the team, but everybody flashes away. Very nice couple of kills lined up here for Gen.G, and that tower is getting dangerously low.
Oh, Ruler looking for Viper.
Just going to get him to safety, but they clear everything out. They notice, hey, Hanwha is just not here, so let's just take a free Drake and a free feat of strength completion. Chovy gonna miss some abilities, but he's still got his whole team down here, and they know that there's not a lot of support for Zeus, so can continue to pressure that turret.
Plating just dropped as well, so tower's even squishier. You can see Gen.G trying to help Chovy apply pressure. Considering HLE had that good start, had that first blood, it is looking like the feats of strength likely to go over to Gen.G here, and yep, 6 grubs, they should just be able to pick this tower up pretty easily. Definitely feels like they've regained control of the game after the
It really does feel like Hanwha Esports, after the dive in top lane, they've really stepped on the brakes and said, okay, we are not going to fight over anything. And we don't want to fight over the Infernal Drake.
I was getting it like all the time. I know it's solo queue, like don't get me wrong, but like...
Yeah.
Cleanse burn, so pretty nice for for Gen.G. And the thing is, yes, you burn the Ash Hour for it. We have cleaned up the Leona. You're definitely appreciating that one. And now they're looking to pressure this mid lane tower. They have the Herald if they want to throw it down. Maybe seeing what they can do without the Herald first, though. Oh, big ult.
It's just the follow-up isn't really there. They're actually engaging our Gen.G. Did Duro go too far? It's the question, but the poke that lands on a Peanut from so far away is massive. And yeah, they don't get any kills, but so many low health bars here on the side of Hanwha Esports, they kind of have to abandon ship. As you see Zeka maybe looking for something on the left side. The spear gonna force Peanut to not go for a back. As flanking Corki, it's not a thing. In that position.
The follow-up's just not there, and you can tell the HLE know they kind of need to get onto the squishy targets of Gen.G, but it's so difficult. Like, they land the bard ult, but like, unless Ambest is there, or like Peanut or Viper in range to lay the CC, nothing really comes from it. And Gen.G's comp has all this poke, has this long range engage, and they kind of just melted HLE.
Much damage if you're kiting it pretty well. They've got it down to half. They are threatening it. Zeus does have a nice angle with the Hex Gate behind them. And you can see that Chovy immediately is worried about that, but he's got Keen for that. There's the arrow, there's the Leona ult, but the Bard ult to come in to try to save Peanut. Can he get away? No, he just gets rooted and immediately decimated. Canyon goes golden and will survive, and now it's a 5v4. Although Keen is kind of fighting a 1v1 here against Zeus. Zeus getting pretty low, and he will go down. Tries to flash away and can't do it. Ruler on his Ashe. His huge Ashe that he always loved to play. He's playing it once again here in this game, and he wanted blood, but you can see Hanwha Esports immediately just had to give out the point.
Just flawless execution from Gen.G. They're really just taking their time. The CC connects, and you see the concept of composition. It's so hard for a Zyra, especially one with no flash, to play into this composition. And HLE try what they can, but not able to deny it, and Atacam will go over to Gen. You're not getting like a significant lead in lane. You ulted Canyon, who he just healed and immediately mitigate all the damage. You're gonna like collect it into IE, so like you need a lot of time before you're really pumping relevant numbers. And
there it is again. I mean, Mikhails is available, but does it matter is the question. Peanut doesn't get to play the game. He's just out of there, and he says, well, sorry, guys. I did everything I could. Delight presses Mikhails immediately.
Yeah, it means you don't die, and that's about it. That is the only difference. I do believe it was Team Mikhails, but it wasn't showing up in the scoreboard, so I think that's why it's gone away now, because we're having some issues there. Should be.
Yeah, I think it froze or something.
But yeah, now Gen.G, I mean, you have the Atacam buff, so why not just go for the Baron? Health bars are low. It looks scary, but kind of mistake there from Chovy.
Yeah, trying to get
Zeka!
Oh, Zeka! What was that? He's just gonna die. Maybe it was a bait all along, but they've got revives. As okay, I mean, yeah, you got two of them, but Delight might go down here as well. Keen thinking about it. But nah, yeah, he's just gonna get revived, and now there's just no mid laner for Hanwha Esports. It's like best case scenario because yeah, you get all of that, but you still don't have a mid laner, so there's still a free objective for Gen.G, and now they're on Hextech soul points.
Yeah. So not ideal. Bot lane to try and get Zeka. Zeka also doesn't have TP. The HLE like, okay, it's Baron o'clock. Maybe Zeus is calling this from his T1 days.
I mean, it's not a bad idea, especially because Chovy isn't there to poke, but the issue is you've still got Italy, so yeah, not a bad idea, but now you've kind of just leased the Baron for the enemy team, who's much stronger than you. Hanwha Esports, you got to get in the pit. You have to get a steal here for Peanut. That's really the only way, as Keen is in that backline. He is distracting. Zeus is doing nothing. He's just running away. They're keeping it leashed, and they turn on the Peanut. Down goes Zeka, down goes Zeus, and this is just a massive slaughter in favor of Gen.G. Viper, no longer for this world. And that is a just straight up ace, very clean. Nobody dies on the side of Gen.G.
You can see the patience from Gen.G. It never felt like they were rushed into that. They knew that they had the advantage. They knew they had the pressure, and just waiting until the right abilities hit, able to punish HLE before that Baron start. And now, remember, they have 6 grubs. They can just end here. The quickest respawn is going to be Delight. There's nothing you can do. And Gen.G will take the first game in this series.
Yeah, just like that. Really clean stuff from them. You know, there was the one dive issue early on, and from there, they just tightened it up, and it was all their game the entire rest of the way. So really big shout out to them.